Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Medals everywhere. Going to be raining medals this week, Dave, and trophies. It's an exciting time. District championships in the books for wrestling, but we'll have regional championships this weekend. Basketball championships in districts. We'll get to them in a little bit. But first, let's welcome Dave Seaman, Standard Speaker, sports editor here for another Dave Day. Wrestling, Dave, the Hazelton area Cougars, they go out to the District 2 individuals, and guess what? They win another team championship. Best team there. I think they had 7 wrestlers going into the semifinals. They end up, I think both of us put together 4 district champions, and now they'll go to regionals. Here's who's heading there for the Cougars. I talked with Anthony Martaccio, Dave, earlier this year, saying how excited he was his senior year, got 100 wins, saying when he went out there for that team championship, he really wanted to get back to Hershey after you get that taste of it. He'll have that opportunity this weekend along with several of his teammates.
It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it's a reward. Those kids have worked hard throughout their high school careers. They've been with Keith Maurer from day one, building toward this season. And I know we've gotten some requests from people asking us, has any other local team had 5 100-win wrestlers on their squad at one time? And I can't honestly answer that question because I don't know, but I know it's a rarity, and they have every right to be proud. Going into regionals with a full head of steam right now too, and like Anthony Martaccio said, the goal is now to get to Hershey, finish in the top 3 in Bethlehem, and then make your way to the state tournament. And if you're a high school wrestler, that's what you dream about.
Dave, what impressed me so much is them just not letting off the gas. I don't want to say sometimes it's easy, but they really have to keep going. Yeah, they had all the tournaments with the team. They had so much success, but they just kept plowing through, and it wasn't just 2 or 3 of them. It's been a whole group for Hazelton area. Down south in the AA Southeast Regionals, Tamaqua has 2 wrestlers there. Tanner McHugh won a district championship for them in his senior year. Matt Lewandowski for Mono area, one of 2 Golden Bears who will be at regionals, and then North Schuylkill sends 3 down in the south, so big for them as well. Dave, swimming districts, District 11 and District 2 this weekend. Look out for those Marion swimmers. They, of course, will be making noise. We'll have more on them next week. And we'll talk about the Hazelton area swimmers right now. For the boys, Dave, I was talking with Michelle Yakubowski, their coach. She pointed out Jorge Moncayo, Paul Flowers, and Ben Sabatis, really their top 3 finishers all season, expecting them to be high seeds. And then she talked about the girls who will be going in all, 17 girls and 16 boys, 33 athletes from Hazelton area at the District 2 Swimming Championships. And after Michelle talks about some of the girls, Dave, she'll talk about Marina O'Hara, who's the sister of Morgan O'Hara.
And we've got Megan Llewellyn in the breaststroke. We've got Maggie Yanis in the distance events, Haley Senko in the fly in the IM. Marina's a freshman, and she's had a really strong year. She's in the backstroke events just like her sister, sprint free and backstroke. And she's coming along really strong, especially in the last month in the backstroke. So I feel like she'll be seated really well at districts, and I think we'll see, a nice race out of her.
And Dave, I should have said swimming and diving because the Lady Cougars had a diver who finished very well for them as well. I think 5th or 4th place. I'm in the top 5 at the diving championship. So a lot of young Cougars and Lady Cougars, but they could be bringing home some medals as well. And Dave, we have the 2 Hazelton area basketball teams going to the District 2/4 6A championships. Let's start with the Lady Cougars. They'll take on number 1 seeded Scranton, who had a bye into that championship game. Pressure. Hey, it's Lady Cougar basketball. They got the pressure on in the second half in the semifinal game, Dave. And once again, Joe Gavio's gals, as Ron Marchetti would call them, are back in the district championship. And I know Scranton's good, but I think they have a chance to repeat.
Definitely. You put that press on teams that haven't seen the Lady Cougars press. I mean, you have to work at it. You have to be composed against it because teams are going to commit turnovers against the Hazelton area pressure. But the Lady Cougars know how to play the pressure. They played very well in the arena last year, so I think a lot of the girls that were in that game, there are a few, Maddie Morocco comes to mind, Kendra File, they've been their 2 leaders. They played in that game last year against Pittston area, so there's experience there. It'll be the first time Scranton will be playing in that game. So we'll see what happens, but you got to like the Lady Cougars' chances.
And that'll be on Friday. On Saturday, the boys will take center stage, Dave. They get the win. Not the top seed after a loss at the end of the season in this tournament. Now they'll take on Williamsport. This is round 2. I believe you covered the first game this season. Just what are your thoughts on the Cougars as they head into that title game?
The Cougars are riding a lot of momentum. They played very well for the most part against Scranton going into the district final. Williamsport's a different challenge. Williamsport will have a lot of athletes, a lot of speed, try to keep get the Cougars to force the Cougars into some turnovers, get them to play their game. But the Cougars that do have experience of playing against Williamsport. They played very well against Williamsport the first time around. Of course, like the old saying goes, you start this game 0-0. So whether that game is going to mean anything once the ball's tipped off at the arena on Saturday night remains to be seen. But the Cougars can go in there knowing that they can compete with Williamsport, beat Williamsport, but they do have to play their game because Williamsport's very, very talented, and so are the Cougars.
Well, there's a lot going on in local sports right now. It's an exciting time, and to keep track of all of it, you're going to want to pick up the Standard speaker every day and check us out right here on SSPTV.